He said, here's the hidden symbolism of the infamous Marian apparition known as Our Lady of Guadalupe. Even if you're not Catholic, it's quite a wonder that an agave Tamila this old not only survived for 500 years, but also has so many details to it. And by the way, that's a very good point. I mean, if you take a look at Catholicism has different variants of it depending on what part of the world you're worshiping it. And believe it or not, most of the Latins that are Catholic actually worship Guadalupe more than they worship Jesus, which is ironic. And I think No Face Killa donated a video that may give us a little bit of insight on it. All right. And by the way, it's already queued up to about 5:13 there, No Face. So I'm not sure if you queued it up. All right, but let's hear about Guadalupe, Our Lady of Guadalupe.
20th century, a Nobel Prize winner for chemistry, Dr. Richard Kuhn, examined fibers from the...
Dr. Richard who? Dr. Richard who? And dude, can you stop doxing fucking people, please, all right?
Trying to discover the origin of the colors. He concluded that the pigments, which he thought was paint, was made of no known animal, mineral, or synthetic chemical. And still to this day, it is inconclusive of what those colors are actually made from.
Okay.
Over the past 100 years, more than 20 ophthalmologists, including a couple of atheists, have investigated Mary's eyes. They all confirmed that when looking through an ophthalmoscope, her eyes reflect light in the exact three-dimensional proportions of a spherical human eye.
Okay.
The same results have been found every single time since it's been examined by experts.
Okay.
But this is where it really gets crazy. Dr. Tonsman said, though the dimensions are microscopic, the iris and the pupils of the image's eyes have imprinted on them a highly detailed picture that includes at least 13 people.
What the fuck?
He said the same people are present in both the left and the right eyes, but in different proportions, just as would happen with real human eyes, as they reflect the objects that are before them. And he discovered a scene, imperceptible to the naked eye, the exact scene at the moment when Juan Diego lowered his tilma and roses flowed forth onto the bishop's floor. But the scene is from the perspective of Mary, as she is on the tilma today. They identified 13 people present in the scene,
13?
from the bishop
13?
to an unidentified family.
13?
It's no accident that we have now discovered in the new age, in the new era, Mary's message that she keeps before her eyes not only the hierarchy of the church, but the human family, each one of our families.
El Guadalupe.
Dr. Philip Callahan, a NASA scientist and University of Florida professor,
New Age. I'm
studied
glad
the
everybody
image
heard
with
that.
infrared rays and found that there is no trace of paint on the original image and that the fabric has never been treated with any kind of technique to preserve the material. Dr. Tonsman noted that Professor Callahan showed how the image slightly changes colors as it's viewed from different angles, a phenomenon known as iridescence.
Okay.
Dr. Callahan also noted that infrared imaging revealed no brush strokes on the image, but that the image appears to have been imprinted with a single act, a single stroke. He
What are
also
you trying
discovered a
to
phenomenon
say?
often found in nature called diffraction, because Mary's face appears white when you're up close, but olive at a distance. A phenomenon that scientists find, for example, on the surfaces of birds and butterflies when their color changes depending on your viewing angle. Dr. Carlos Fernandez del Castillo, a gynecologist, also determined that based on Mary's physical dimensions, her approximate delivery date was December 25th, Christmas. I have seen this image in person, and I am telling you, there is an almost magnetic force that pulls you towards her. It has drawn hundreds of millions of people from across the world for the past 5 centuries. Using the computer...
Yeah, but people that... there's hundreds of thousands of people that follow Benny Hinn, a fucking Hindu fucking Christian or whatever. Yeah, I know what I'm talking about? This fucking Benny Hinn guy. I will kill you of everything. You'll give me money. I mean, give me a break.
Program called Redshift 7. Astronomers and scientists discovered that the arrangement of the stars on Mary's mantle is the exact arrangement of the constellations above Mexico City on December 12th, 1531. the day she appeared.
All right, so are you going to go? I mean, I don't understand where they're going with this. I mean, this is obviously somebody Catholic that is trying to say this in an attempt to propagandize for more Catholics to come into the flock. Are you saying this is celestial? Are you saying that this is an alien scanner? What the fuck?
According to the oldest historical document on the Guadalupe apparitions, it's believed Juan Diego unfurled his tilma at exactly 6:45 in the morning. What's interesting is the stars are not geocentric.
No Face Killer dropped $50 on this, so we gotta listen to it a little bit.
They're heliocentric from the perspective of the sun. Mary's head is also tilted at 23.5 degrees, which is the precise angle of the Earth as it orbits the sun. We can also see here Mary's humility. She bows her head in humility and submission to God, just as the Earth inclines itself in dependence upon the sun.
So, wait, I mean, are you trying to, coincide what the Catholic Church believes with celestial beings? Are y'all finally coming out and admitting that? Because that's something that the Catholic Church did not admit.
I'd buy that
all right?
for $1.
They did not admit that shit.
But that's not all. Mary appeared and gave the miraculous image on the winter solstice, the darkest day of the year, the day after which the sun starts to shine brighter and longer. It's like she was saying, "This is the beginning of a new era. Where my children have lived in darkness, I come to announce the rising of the Son of Justice, my immaculate and divine Son, Jesus Christ. Have hope, because brighter and longer..."
So wait a minute. Who the hell birthed Christ? Was it Mary or is this Guadalupe broad? I mean, you see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying about fucking Catholics, dude? They will say whatever depending on where the hell you are. They're saying all this. You notice that they show nothing but Latins, when it comes to these people that are fixated with whatever the hell Guadalupe is. You know what I mean? They're the same person. Well, how come they couldn't just call her Maria if it's fucking, Mary? I mean, if they're going to make some kind of Spanish inference to it. I mean, what the fuck? What the fuck is a Guadalupe? All right, what the fuck is a goddamn Guadalupe?
Days await you. Interestingly, the constellation surrounding Mary's head is the Corona constellation.
Oh, God.
Corona means crown. And she came revealing herself as the Queen of Heaven. The constellation Leo is directly on her womb. Leo means lion.
Oh, my God.
The sun in her womb is the Lion of Judah, Jesus Christ.
Are you
kidding me? And the Virgo
me?
Constellation, which means virgin, appears directly above her heart because she has a pure virginal heart.
Well, I mean, shouldn't it be around her midsection region if she was truly Never mind.
Professor Ojeda Lanes also discovered the Fibonacci sequence.
Oh, dude, I mean, are you fucking kidding me? Let's just throw all this astrological hodgepodge mixed with fucking formulas of life, and I'll just throw a bunch of pile of shit on here, and let's just focus it on Guadalupe, and that Guadalupe made all this shit.
Geometric arrangement with perfect proportions, which is found all throughout nature. He also discovered Kepler's triangle in the image of Guadalupe.
You've got to be kidding me.
The presence of the golden ratio directly over her womb. The golden ratio has been used by artists and architects to build perfectly proportionate structures for centuries.
This is fucking Catholic autism.
Inspired by the ancient Greek philosopher Pythagoras, of Pythagorean theory fame, Professor Ojeda noticed there were geometric, astronomic, and arithmetic elements throughout the image.
Are you fucking...
But notably absent was any element of music. So Professor Ojeda mathematically divided the tilma along its single vertical seam.
Oh my God, you've got to be fucking kidding me!
Over the image.
You've
changing
got
the
to be
stars and the
shitting
flowers
me!
Into musical
Dude,
notes. Exactly.
This is like, some acid shit. Like, look, I found a pattern here, okay? I found the pattern here, and if we throw musical notes over this thing, and all of a sudden, you have got to be fucking shitting me,
exactly
dude.
As they appear on the image.
Oh my God.
What he found is shocking. When he turned the stars and flowers into notes, it created a perfect musical harmony. It's believed Juan Diego revealed the tilma at exactly 6:45 a.m. on December 12, 1531. The professor changed the alignment of the stars to 5 minutes earlier and 5 minutes later. And when he did that, completely discordant sounds were made. It is only the alignment of the stars at that exact moment, as portrayed on the cloak, that makes a perfect melody.
Wow.
Juan Diego said he heard the most beautiful music when Mary appeared to him.
No, I'm not anti-Christ. What are you talking about? The people that worship this broad are anti-Christ. Haven't you noticed that the Catholics, they put a point of emphasis on Jesus' mother as opposed to Jesus himself? All right? And I just don't understand why the hell are we putting a point of emphasis on the mother when it was Jesus that conducted all the acts on the earth and died for our sins? And anyway, never mind. All right, play this.
Was this
shit.
the song he was hearing? We don't know. But we do know there's no logical explanation for how a perfect melody has hidden itself on Mary's image. In the late 1980s, Father Mario Rojas Sanchez applied a topological map of Mexico City over
dude, are you from Mexico City is in this bitch's twat now. All right, dude, I've had just about enough of this. Look, I'm going to let this go for a couple of more minutes. This is harshing my fucking mellow. Now, all of a sudden, Mexico is in this bitch's womb, and the fucking, what next? The pyramids at Giza are in her fucking vulva. What the fuck?
Image of Guadalupe, with the Queen Quix flower over Mary's womb as the placement of Tepeyac Hill.
What did I tell you?
First appeared.
What did I
Father
tell you?
Rojas discovered that the arrangement of flowers and stars on the image correspond with various volcanoes, rivers, and hills throughout the area.
Oh, great.
I now want to shift our focus a little.
Okay, now she's in charge of the Alva. Wait. Oh, God, you've got to be fucking kidding. Dude, are people believing this? Are people really believing this shit? Now, all of a sudden, she's got Mexico in her twat, and... like, I guess you go along the lines of the, whatever, there's volcanoes in there, so she's having a period. I mean, what the fuck?
We've focused so far on the scientific mysteries which Our Lady has been trying to reveal to the 21st century.
Now science.
But for the people who first received...
We've exploited every possible fucking mathematical equation or geometric equation. We've exploited every astrological possibility and somehow correlated to this fucking Guadalupe. Now let's go to science. All right, let's go to science now.
The tilma, there are two entirely different messages. Hidden on the tilma are two codexes. They're like puzzles. One which was clearly intelligible to the Aztec people of the time, and another...
now this fucking idiot's gonna take credit for the Aztecs? The fucking Catholics murdered the Aztecs! And why? Because they were Satanist, according to the Catholic Church. They were Satanist. And now this fucking Catholic priest is now gonna pile on the Aztecs on top of Guadalupe, no pun intended.
Which was clearly intelligible to the Spanish Christians of the time. But they both exist in perfect harmony in this one image. Mary came to unite these two peoples who were at war with each other. And she united them not with the conquest of war, but with the conquest of love. I will quickly take you through some of the symbolism that both groups would have immediately recognized.
Like what?
First, and maybe most significantly, Mary appeared as what was called a mestiza, a mixed child of Spanish and Aztec parents.
What? A mestizo? Where the fuck, where does it say this in the Bible? Where the fuck does it say that Guadalupe was a mestizo? All right? So is that why all the goddamn Mexicans out there in Latin America call, Jesus? Fucking Jesus Jesus and shit? Oh my God, mestizo, by the way. Jesus Christ.
Mestizos were the lowest class of people at the time.
Oh my!
They were considered untouchable.
Look at that! That's Jesus hit him with a maraca. Are you fucking kidding me? I mean, what the fuck is this Catholic fucking tard trying to tell me here? There's a fucking mestizo Guadalupe with a fucking Jesus with a maraca in his hand.
And they were scorned by all. Yet this is exactly how the Mother of God chose to appear.
Oh, great.
Our Lord said in Scripture, "What you do to the least of mine, you have done to me."
You've got to be kidding
Mary
me.
appeared as the least of the children of God.
And hold on, we got to count Bedface. Guadalupe is supposed to be a saint. Basically, she converted Juan Diego from the Aztec. Oh, okay. So she's not Mary, right? I mean, is that what we're getting at? She is not Mary then. Everybody continues to say, "Oh, it's Mary." No, I thought that Guadalupe was another.
I'd buy that for $1.
And Minecraft Steve, Jesus just spoke to me. He told me to skip this shit and get to Radio Graffiti Grandpa. Yeah, Minecraft Steve. All right, your name says it all, pal, all right? But seriously, man, I mean, I'm glad that you brought it to my attention that, you know, this is, I mean, a little bit of a come on, Maine is all I got to say. I mean, fucking Guadalupe. Fucking Guadalupe. Hold on, let me read the rest of Count Binface. He said, an Aztec, Juan Diego was an Aztec, and this led to him going to Tepec Hill to make a shrine for the Virgin Mary, her at the time. This hill was in the Tenochtitlan, I think that's how you pronounce it, and it was led to her being the patron saint of Mexico and others. AKA, this guy is a bunch of kook shit that they cooked up indoctrinating the Aztecs in the end. I know, I have no idea what the hell this guy's talking about.
So that she could unite and share the true message of the gospel, that we are all called by the same Father in heaven to be his children and to live as one family, united in love. Mary told Juan Diego that her joy was to be the mother of all peoples, and to all who love her, trust her, and call upon.
So this is the Mexican Mary. This is Guadalupe. This is the Mestizo Mary. Unbelievable.
Her name, she would show herself
Mestizo
to be the
Mary.
most loving and tender of all mothers. Just as God and man became one, so two civilizations that seemed an infinity apart were united in one mestizo woman. Let's look at the color of Our Lady's mantle. She has a blue-green tone,
a mestizo,
which for the Aztec culture was reserved only for royalty. So when the Aztecs saw...
So, I mean, with all due respect, Father, may I, your church destroyed the Aztecs, and now you're trying to incorporate what they worshipped into your shit?
All that, they knew that this woman was of royal descent. But for the Christian, they saw the blue as the star of the sea, as the woman who, for so many centuries, had comforted Christians with her maternal and loving gaze. Her posture. You see that Mary is at prayer. Why? Because there is one who is greater than her. And so she's revealing herself in a spirit and in a posture of submission and humility, which showed both the Aztecs and the Christians that there is one greater than her.
All right, I've had enough of this. No face killer, no offense, but this fucking Catholic idiot is just throwing shit on a wall to see what sticks. Unbelievable that this person is actually getting away with this crap. I hate to say, I mean, good God.